everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and we are up to section 3 of this faith journal course that I am running on my channel. So section 1, we gathered all of our supplies and materials for this course. In section 2, we made our journal. So here is my journal, made in the art journal style that I love for my personal journaling. And now in section 3, we're going to be doing some reflective journaling prompts. So we're going to put all of this goodness aside for now. And I'm just using my journal here. This is just sort of a place for me to do all sorts of things like collage, writing. I did a course in here called sketchbooking as well. Different composition pages. So basically, let me find my page. I've got this blank page here that I want to work on. I kind of work on pages in a random order. Like I've got this one randomly at the back here. So here I am going to be just using a simple pen and paper. You don't have to use a notebook. You can just use a single sheet of paper if you want, to write down what are the lies that go through your head about who you are. What is the negative self-talk that cycles through your mind? What does your inner critic say? So I'm going to, be a bit open and vulnerable here, and I'll share some of the thoughts that run through my head that I've learned. Every person I've talked to has shared that they have pretty much the same thoughts. So far, I have not met a person who hasn't had these thoughts. So you might think you're the only one who has them. I used to think that, but I found that so far, everyone I know has these same thoughts of things like, I'm not good enough. That runs through my head. Sometimes there's like variations of the same theme. So sometimes it's I'm not good enough. Other times it's I'm nothing, or I'm no one. Then I get into some of these can be quite dark, painful thoughts. Things like no one cares, no one, sees me or knows me. Things like I'm all alone and I'll always be alone. Things like I'm unlovable, everyone hates me. These are all things that can run through my head at times. At the moment, one of the things that has actually I've come through it a little bit better. I've realized this week it's kind of stopped, and maybe last week too, but for a while there, for the past month, maybe 2 months even, the phrases that have run through my head is this one: I'm stupid, I'm an idiot. It was just constant. Sometimes I get into these cycles where 1,000 times a day, not all I can think, but I'm always thinking, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid. Like I can get into tracks like that sometimes. Maybe some of you can relate, where I replay it over and over and over, and it just wears you down. I heard this thing that our brain doesn't know the difference between our voice and someone else's voice. So if we say something bad about ourselves, if someone says something bad about us, we feel horrible, But if we say something bad about ourselves, it's just as horrible. We think, I don't know, for some people, it might seem like it's not as powerful because, that's just me. That's just my own silly voice in my head. But if you say those things to yourself in your head, your brain can't distinguish between if that came from someone else or if that was from you. It just hears a voice and hears the words. And so you end up being hurt. You're hurting yourself. And that I felt that like it just wears me down and tears me down. So other phrases I can think of, let me think. This is what I mean. You might need to take some time to, maybe you want to spend a couple of days, a week thinking about this. Like you don't feel like you need to just spend like 10 minutes and you're done, or just a 1 hour journaling session and you're done. Like you'll be thinking about this over the days and some different thoughts will come. Like even just observe, like tomorrow or throughout the rest of your day today. Just observe what's going through your head. What are the phrases that come to your head? And then make note of them and just jot them down. Come back to your piece of paper or your journal, jot them down whenever they come to you, and slowly accumulate your list. Or you can do it in one sitting, whatever comes easiest to you, and just keep adding to it if you want. So I'm stalling here because I know there's more. I just can't think of them right now off the top of my head. But if I take some time away off camera, I know they'll come back to me. So you just want to come up with as many as you can think of. Another one is, it's kind of the same as this. I am no good. Oh, things like, here we go. I'm the worst person alive. Stuff like, why am I even here? I don't add anything. I'm a waste of space. That was one 3 years ago that kept coming to me. I don't say this much anymore, but 3 years ago that was constantly going through my head. I'm a waste of space. Things like, I'm a terrible person. Just straight out things like that. I'll keep adding. I've got this whole other page here that I can keep adding to as well. Have fun. Well, I don't know if fun is the right word for this particular prompt, right? But I find all journaling for me feels good to me. I always feel better after I've journaled. Anytime that I can identify or acknowledge or recognize what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, for me it's therapeutic. For me it feels good. It makes me feel better. So journaling for me is fun. I acknowledge as well that this could be quite hard. This could be quite painful. This can bring up a lot of things. Do whatever you need to do to look after yourself as well. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself, take time if you need it. If you're just not ready to go here, maybe this is a course that you put on hold. That is totally okay as well. Know yourself and know what you can handle. And, you don't have to go too deep if you don't want to, but I think we can all identify things that run through our heads. And I hope that by doing this, it takes the power away from these words, that we can just see they're just words. They're not true. These are the lies that go through our heads, and we're not alone in them, that other people think this way too. So, I hope that it is a helpful exercise for you to do, to know that you're not alone, and to know that they're not too scary to write out. Like I do know when I was younger, I would never write these words out because they were just too scary to even put down on a page or say out loud. But I've worked through this quite a lot. I've shared a lot about my mental health journey and how I got through things like depression and anxiety, and how I combat these lies, and how now I can stop that cycle much quicker because I'm aware of it now. But if you're just right at the beginning of the journey, yes, it could be quite painful and difficult. If you just want to put the pause button on, you can definitely do that. But I hope through this we can find some comfort in knowing we're not alone, and that these words, we can see them for what they are. They are just straight out lies. They're not important. We don't have to believe them. We don't have to give them attention. They can lose their power over us. We don't have to be afraid of them. They're just words. And we don't have to, give them that importance. That's something that I learned. All right. Well, go ahead and do some reflective journaling. Maybe spend some time observing your thoughts, becoming aware of them, because maybe you don't even know what's going through your head. And then in the next video for this section, we will then go and move on to replacing these thoughts with some I am statements and truths. I'm going to be using scriptures as my foundation for this, finding, statements about who I am in Christ to replace these thoughts with. And then I'm going to kind of paraphrase them and put them into my own words, because I find when you put things into your own words, for me, it kind of has more power. It has more, I believe them more, they resonate with them more, because they've come from me. They've come from my own experience and my own journey. So they're tailored towards me, meeting me personally where I am at. So we're not going to just stay here with writing down all of these lies that our head tells us. We will move on to replacing these with the truth, with truths, words that will build us up and words of life. These are words of destruction. These are words that tear us down. We are going to move from these to those words of life in the next video. So stay tuned for that. And I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching and going on this journey with me. And if you want, feel free to share any of the things that run through your head in the comments, because that's going to help other people also, know they're not alone. The more times you see other people sharing these vulnerable thoughts, the more people can realize, oh, hang on, I'm not the only one. And I'm for me, the words that would run through my head is I'm a freak, I'm crazy, or I can't share this because it's so different. I'm different to everyone else. There's something wrong. Oh, hang on. There's another one. There's something wrong with me. That one goes through my head quite a bit sometimes. There's something wrong with me. Oh, okay. And that leads me to, if people really knew me, they wouldn't like me. Yeah, I've heard so many people share that same thought. I used to think I was the only one who thought like that. So if you're feeling brave and confident enough to share some of the thoughts that go through your head in the comments, even if you just want to say me too with that one, feel free to put them down there, because that's going to help others connect and comfort them and let them know they're not alone. So thank you so much again for being on this journey with me. We're going on a bit of a soul journey, a bit of a heart journey, an identity journey. So good. Love it. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in April. If you like my channel and would like to support it as well, there are a few ways you can do that. One is by becoming a patron, where you get access to all my extra videos, including my member videos and the journal making series each month. And depending on your tier, you also get access to every digital kit in my Etsy, plus a new one each month. And there are various mail tiers as well, where I send you some goodies in the post. You can also support my channel by becoming a member of my channel by clicking the join button, and all of the information and links are down below in the description box if you are interested in supporting Willowbound Journals.